Guys, welcome back. Today I want to show you exactly how I build my nails using base coat, gel base coat, and dip powder. You might have seen this in other videos. I have shown it before, but they were in videos of me doing nail design, so it wasn't really a dedicated video like this one. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. I have been able to grow out my nails, my natural nails. Oh, look at this. This looks bad, right? I just soaked off the previous coat, so they look kind of like, yeah. But this one has been prepped, and this one as well, so I can show you. How I prepped these was just, you know, starting with the simple, like pushing back cuticles. I use a very soft old file to file over the top a bit, and I file my free edge, my natural nail, with a glass file, because I think that's just a little better. It takes a little longer, but I feel like it works better. And then I just dust them off using a simple nail brush. Now what I'm going to be using today, what I use a lot, is the Urban Graffiti base coat. I'm almost out of it. It's like almost empty. I've got a new one ready for me to use, and I'm going to use my homemade dip powder that you guys have seen a lot lately. I've made a video a couple years ago of me making this stuff that I will link in the description box below. Now, even though I am using this, you can use whatever base gel you have. Maybe you have it in a jar. I'm just lazy, so I like this method of, you know, you can use Born Pretty or whatever. And I'm going to be using, like I mentioned, this dip powder, but you can also use, you know, a glitter dip powder or a color dip powder. It all works. It all works just fine. I do have to say that once I had a black dip powder that wasn't really able to cure very well, so that was a bit of a struggle. But I'd say usually it works. It works just fine. Okay, so enough talking. Let's just get into this. So I'm also going to be using a dehydrator. On these two. I don't know, I feel like they're still a little long. Maybe I'll cut them even shorter, I don't know. We'll see. And then we're gonna use the acid-free primer. Also from Neo Nails. Which I feel like this is the old bottle with the old design. Anyway, so now we move on to the base gel. I'm gonna prep the powder, and all nice and ready. And what I like to do when I build up my nails the first time is take off as much of gel as you can. And this brush is very good for this, by the way. Not all brushes are, but this one is. I like to draw sort of a line down the center. Not all the way down to the cuticle, but like up to here. All the way to the free edge. Like that. And then we dip that. And you can't really see the line anymore, but I'm going to cure this, and this should be done in 60 seconds. And then what I need is a soft brush I saw that going on with the focus, to brush off the remaining dip powder before we move on to our second coat. Now this is very very quick and easy to do, if I say so myself. I'm known for spending hours and hours on my nails, but I prefer those hours to be for nail designs, not really building up the nails. So yeah, so this has been cured. And when I remove the remaining dip powder, this is what we'll have. So you can sort of see the line going down. And what it does is it's gonna create a better curve for my nails anyway. So now we move on to our second coat and our first full coat. And I just try to keep it pretty thin because the dip powder adds extra thickness to the nail. Like that. I'm going to dip it. And this is what we have. So I'm going to cure this and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been cured. And this is what we have so far. Now you can definitely see the line going down there, but that should not be visible anymore after the second full coat. So let's just do that. And I have had the question if this works the other way around, and with that she meant, will it work to use a colored gel polish and use a clear dip powder on that? I would be worried that, you know, with my allergies, that the gel wouldn't cure fully, so it's not something I'm gonna test out on this channel. If you're wondering. But if you don't have any issues with allergies, I'd say go for it. Okay, so this one is nice and covered, not too thick. And there we have it. So as you can see now, the line is not really visible anymore. And it will totally fade once you file it. But let me just cure this for another minute and I'll be back. Okay, so this coat has cured as well. Let's just get rid of all the excess powder. And what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna move the dip powder away for now. I'm gonna coat it one last time with the same base gel to make sure the powder is totally covered before I start filing and it's nice and smooth. It's funny, you probably can't see it, but this base gel is full of shimmer because I've used this so many times with this shimmery dip powder. Okay, before I cure this, let me show you what the buildup looks like right now. So I mean, you could definitely add another layer of dip as well, but I don't like my nails too thick, and yeah, I prefer them looking like this. So I'm gonna cure this one, this coat for another minute, and then I'm gonna do some filing, which will just be hand filing. I don't like using the e-file too much. I only use the e-file to really get rid of color and things I can see, but this dip powder is quite clear, so yeah, I don't like using it on my nails that much. So, and e-filing this is really easy, even though it's it's a gel and acrylic mix. It's not that heavy either. I'm just gonna keep talking while this is curing. And it's very, very easy to file down, even though I do always soak off the dip powder coat if yeah, if I can, well, which is always. I always like to soak it off instead of filing it off. So it's been 60 seconds, so now this is what it looks like. It's still very shimmery. Let me get my alcohol. And we're gonna get rid of the dispersion there. Okay, so focus. Please, thank you. So this is what the nail looks like now compared to just being, come on, compared to just being prepped with nothing on. So it's not that smooth, but it's a lot smoother than without that final coat of base. So now we're just gonna use a file, 180 file, to just smooth it all down. And sometimes it's so smooth that basically all you really need is a white buffing block. So I'm going to give that a try. That is enough for this nail. And the great part about this method as well is if you have a base gel that is not actually known to be soak off, like a hard base gel, the dip powder or acrylic powder will actually make sure you can soak it off. It sort of changes the formula because acrylic powder is will melt with acetone. So if you mix a lot of it up in your base gel, that makes your entire nail soak off, if you know what I mean. Now this actually looks pretty good. Feels nice and smooth. Now you could just wear your nails like this. Yeah, I'm more of a fan of the, oh, that tip isn't really smooth there, is it? No. I'm more a fan of a nice color nail design. So that's what I usually do. But yeah. Okay, let's do this one more time with the other nail that's been filed and prepped. Okay, so we're gonna use Dehydrator. Did I already do that on this nail? I don't remember. Yeah, I think I did. Never mind. Dehydrator, acid-free primer. Come on, be gone. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's get our base out again. So I'm just gonna get rid of as much gel as I can. And we're gonna go down the center. Just like that. Yeah, looks good. I'm gonna dip it. And then I'm gonna cure this. Okay. So we have our line down the center. And now we're gonna cover the entire nail. As you've noticed, I'm not really focused on capping the free edge because I always do that with a color, if there is a color, or a top coat. So I'm not really focused on putting it on the free edge because then I usually get something underneath and I have to get rid of that, and it's a whole thing. So that's why I'm not really focused on that. Okay. So that was our first coat, and now we're gonna move on to our second. I feel like if I don't do a line down the center, they can sort of seem a little flat, like not really curved. And yeah, I just feel like it makes for a prettier looking nail. And if I just do two coats, I feel like they're sort of like more like wide, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we're gonna cure this. Okay. So again, a last coat. And I totally forgot to mention this, but if you do this for the first time, and because if you're doing this for a long time, for a while, your nails will look like mine. I mean, if you want them to have any length. But if you don't have any length and you want to do this, you can use nail tips, or even the forms, these kind of forms, because it's still just gel, you know, that you're building your nails with. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. Okay, it's cured, and again, this is what it looks like. Still very shiny. We're going to do something about that. Like that. And now we can file. It actually looks pretty good down here. So we can maybe just, again, just do a quick little buff. See if that will totally smooth out the nail. Now you can just do this with acrylic powder, but acrylic powder is known to be a bit more, well, not as smooth as dip powder is. So if you're using regular acrylic powder, you may need to put a little extra attention to filing the nails than with a dip powder. Now my homemade dip powder is actually a mix of dip powder and acrylic powder. So it's somewhere in between. Okay. Again, always forgetting to smooth this out. Here we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, because I'm just going to wipe them again with the alcohol to get rid of dust. I am going to cover them with a top coat for now, because I do not have enough time to do a design, and tonight I'll be dyeing someone's hair. And yes, I'll use gloves, but I'm still afraid they're going to stain them. And if that's the case, then I can easily just buff them again in the morning tomorrow and create a design. So I'm going to be using the Urban Graffiti top coat. and you can see what they look like with just a top coat. So now I am doing this part right here. Already shaking, and I still have 8 nails to do in a pretty short time. Of course, I'm doing one at a time for this video, but usually you can just do multiple nails, dip them and cure them at the same time to actually save some time. So, okay, I'm just gonna quickly cure this. Okay, and those nails are now cured. This one does look a bit yellow. I think my nails are just yellow. That's okay. I'm not gonna keep them like this, even though you definitely could if you want to. But I feel, I need some color, I feel like. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, very quick and easy to do. And these nails are, wait, let me tap them with something so you can hear. They definitely sound like acrylic or gel nails. They're very, very firm now, even though they're not that thick. So yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna buff these, buff the top coat, and I'll add some color or some glitter or some design or something. But for now, this is the end of this video. I hope this was helpful, and if you do still have some questions, please leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you on those. And please be safe, take care, have a great day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!